Hey everybody, this is Q Student. In this video, I'm going to show you a shot that I learned from Ray Cool Cat Martin and can be found in his book, The 99 Critical Shots of Pool. In any pool game, it's never good to be straight in on a shot. The situation is even worse when the object ball or the cue ball or both are frozen to a rail. So if you find yourself in this situation, if you use Cool Cat's advice, you can get out of this otherwise terrible situation. In this diagram, we have the object ball and the cue ball frozen to the short rail. And if you didn't have the knowledge, you would only see, the only option you would see is just cueing perfectly straight and trying to make the ball without having many options with the cue ball. However, if you use Inside English from this vantage point, from this viewpoint, if you use 9 o'clock English with the cue, with your cue stick pointing somewhat towards the rail, you can make the 3 ball and make the cue ball follow the red line that you see here. You can then use 10 or 11 o'clock English on the cue ball and make the ball go to the long rail, back to the short rail, and follow the path that you see here. You also have the option to use 7 o'clock English on the cue ball and draw the cue ball back down the arrow that you see in the diagram. In this first shot, I'm going to be using high inside English, not cueing perfectly straight. I'm cueing a little bit towards the rail, and it's going to travel 2 rails and back. Second shot, I'm using inside English and getting more of the stun action off of the short rail. Now for the third variation of this shot, I'm using low and inside and drawing the cue ball off of the short rail. It should be noted that this shot has some limitations. The further the object ball is away from the pocket and the further the cue ball is away from the object ball, cueing this shot becomes much more difficult. You're more likely to miss the longer the distances between the balls and the pocket. It will take some practice to learn what the limitations are, but this is a really handy tool to get you out of some trouble like this. When a family gets the news that their child has pediatric cancer, their life can be completely shattered. By donating to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, you are helping families pick up the pieces of their lives and putting them back on the road towards normalcy.